हेलो दोस्तों, स्वागत है आप सभी का मेरे इस चैनल में जिसका नाम है रेंडियर गेमिंग। और आ चुके हैं हम अगले भाग में, बिजली कड़कते हुए भाग में, आउटर वर्ल्ड में, द भारी दुनिया, बाहर की दुनिया, और पता नहीं क्या अन्य अन्य अधिक नाम। ठीक है ना। और ये देखो छोटे छोटे कैक्टस, बॉल्स। तो भाई इसके बाद हम आ चुके थे भाई सोफिया अकांडे जी के पास, जो कि गांजा वगैरह पता नहीं क्या क्या करती हैं। और उसके साथ हमारा मिशन हो गया था यहाँ से चालू। देखो। और भाई उसके बाद से हम आगे बढ़ेंगे और पता लगाएंगे कि क्या हुआ था द प्रोडक्टिविटी क्वीन में। ठीक है। लुक फॉर द बॉडी, जिसे मार का गया क्योंकि हमें उसकी सबॉर्डिनेट, सोफिया कांडे की सबॉर्डिनेट ने ये बताया था कि भैया एक बॉडी को ड्रैग करके लेके जा रही थी, लेकिन उसने कहा मैं गलत भी हो सकती हूँ, ग्रेन ऑफ सॉल्ट की तरह लेना। तो भाई अब आगे चलते हैं भाई, ज़्यादा बात करे बिना, और देखते हैं इस अकांडे जी की हरकतें क्या है ये।
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Detected. Additional tracks belonging to the Prophet of Profitability. Timeline discrepancy detected. Additional tracks belonging to the
बस
Prophet of
भागते चलो।
Profitability. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Additional tracks belonging to the Prophet of Profitability.
डिस्टर्ब्ड, वो देखो
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
ये रही बॉडी।
Judging by the shape of this indentation in the dirt, a person of medium height and build laid here for a number of hours. Scanning for other details.
चलो भाई बॉडी
Only
तो मिल गई।
additional signs of disturbance are a few marks in the dirt.
Intelligence. Am I imagining things or does it seems like whoever dumped here got up? Intelligence. Cops don't get up, walk away. There is no evidence of the body. Intelligently
Agreed.
बात करेंगे।
Likely theory, individual injured was unconscious, not dead, and walked away after awakening.
Okay. Strange. Let's keep this in mind. Guess the complication things. Could be this a specifically set up to throw us on a trail? अरे पीछे ही जाना। एक इधर भी भाग के गया था क्या? अरे इनके अंदर से ही तो हमें वो मिलेगा, वेस्ट। कुछ भी नहीं था। पता नहीं दारू की बोतलें यहाँ कहाँ से आ जावे इतनी दूर दूर तक, यही नहीं समझ आता। अंदर चलते हैं भाई, बात करनी पड़ेगी। मेरे ख्याल उसी सबॉर्डिनेट से बात करेगा ये। नहीं नहीं नहीं, ये तो अकांडा जी के पास ही जाएगा। प्रॉफिट ऑफ प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी।
Welcome back, brother. I'm delighted to
साले
extend my
तेरी
desire
एक
to
तिहाई
aid
उम्र
you,
का हूं मैं।
brother. How might I assist?
Someone laid, they saw a dragging human shaped lump। अरे यार, you said you had no further interaction with Helen before her death, right?
Yes, that's correct. She made it clear that my seminars were of no interest to her. Well, I suppose that does complicate things.
हाँ जी, झूठ
Whatever
बोल
the
रही है तू।
case, I didn't care to mention Helen's change in decision because she never showed up. I don't see how it matters.
इसके मुंह पे क्या लग रखा है, इसके थोबड़े पे?
Oh, really? What did you find there? What did I dump?
There was nothing but his proposition, I'd say, body. For a prophet, you certainly made a bad decision.
Clever work, Inspector. It seems even I can't slide my way out of the trap you've so intricately weaved. I admit it. I killed Helen. By mistake.
Okay.
Helen changed her mind and wanted to attend one of my sessions. I, knowing the importance of the seminar, desired to truly galvanize her, though not to stop her heart. So when it came time, I chose to double Helen's dosage of productivity-enhancing herbs. I left her to meditate, and when I returned, she was dead. After that, I entered a less than coherent state. One of my disciples, it seems, witnessed me as I dragged Helen's body out into the wilderness.
The violations. You're sure Helen was dead?
I'm no medical professional, but that certainly seemed the case. Usually my customers at least writhe or mumble after a session. My productivity-enhancing herbs typically do induce sluggishness, but I suppose they must have been enough to do her in, if her constitution was truly that weak.
Actually, I don't think you killed anybody. Certainly not Helen. But I'm still inclined to believe. क्या करना चाहिए भाई? The wilderness, you didn't dump the body at the Grand Colonial.
And here I was, beginning to think you wouldn't even accuse me of anything.
हाँ जी.
That is, you found me out, Inspector. Take me away.
बताओ.
Perhaps. The retreat has been flagging in the bid department for some time now, and prison can protect one from creditors. For a time. And that's not the end of it. My many enemies would salivate at the thought of how they could use this to blackmail me out of my productivity secrets.
I think I've changed my mind. I don't think I'll arrest you after all. All right, then. Hopefully you find a way to prison cell by day's end. I can't figure out. I'll think about whether you not should be arrested. Whether not, whether or not you killed. I think imprisoning you is probably the safest option. क्या करें भाई? Many enemies would salivate at the thought of how they could use this to blackmail me out of my productivity secrets. Alright then, hopefully you'll find a way.
Yes. One step ahead as always, shadowy corporate figures. You'll never get my secrets. Never.
चलो भाई. अब ये तो कह रहे हैं भाई इस मिशन को एंड करने के लिए हमें लुडविको के पास जाना पड़ेगा और बताना पड़ेगा कि क्या हुआ. अब देखो पता नहीं है कि क्या है क्या नहीं है, लेकिन चलते हैं. साला ये एकदम टिकता क्यों नहीं है उस पर कभी कभी. बुढ़िया चालाक निकली. देखेंगे इसके बाद क्या होता है, क्योंकि अभी तो हम रिपोर्ट ही पहुंचा रहे हैं इधर उधर की. पेंट हाउस लेके चल जल्दी. पूरी गीत गाएगी. आई फिनिश माय टू जैस्मिन लिविया. ओके, समझ रहे हो भाई मेरे. अगर हम लोग यहीं करते हैं एंड, तो एक तरह से यही एंड हो जाएगा. तो हमारे कोई बाद के मिशन नहीं खेलने हैं, ठीक है ना. लेकिन हम ये वाले भी करेंगे, ठीक है ना. तो अब हम चलते हैं. ये वाला करते हैं, द मैन हु कैप्ड. उसके बाद ब्लेम गेम शुरू करेंगे. वैसे देखो मैंने थोड़ा सा इसके बारे में पढ़ा है, और मैं आपको सही बताऊं ज़्यादा कुछ फ़र्क पड़ता नहीं है. यार इसके लिए कोई तो होगा तरीका वीआईपी फ्लोर पे जाने का. देखता हूँ यार मैं. दो मिनट रुको भाई लोगों. ओके, तो भाई मेरे ये हमारे मिशन से ही रिलेटेड है। अरे अंदर ही जाना है तो हम वीआईपी एकदम पास ले नहीं सकते, उसके लिए ऊपर जाना पड़ेगा। ये लो भाई, डॉक्टर गुड नाइट।
Inspector, not a moment too soon. I've just finished my autopsy report.
वुड यू माइंड वॉशिंग योर हैंड्स बिफोर यू गिव मी एनीथिंग?
Ruth Bellamy was killed by plasma damage to the upper vertebrae, the occipital bone, and the cerebellum. If it's any consolation, her death was instantaneous and painless. I've also discovered a poisonous compound in Miss Bellamy's stomach lining ingested during her last meal. Toxic, but not enough to kill her. Spencer Woolrich complained of a stomach ailment around the same time period. I assumed he was being, Spencer. But now I'm not so sure.
समर वो ट्राइंग
Almost certainly. Well, possibly they were trying to make her
एसीपी
extremely
प्रद्युमन बन
uncomfortable,
गया
but I
हमारा भी।
suppose killing her would
कुछ तो
also
गड़बड़ है
satisfy
भाई,
that
कुछ तो
criteria.
गड़बड़ है।
The thought occurred to me. I tested this hypothesis by vacating the contents of my stomach and testing for the presence of the same toxin. Slightly
लेकिन कुछ नहीं
elevated
मिला।
levels of mercury and an alarming amount of blue food coloring. But other than that, no. I'm certain it wasn't, as you put it, just the hotel food.
When we were talking, you called her.
Oh, how curious. I do believe you're right. I wonder if this has something to do with the autopsy
अच्छा,
process.
हेलिकन हेलेन का नाम ही रूथ
She was
बेलमी है।
Halcyon Helen up until the moment I brought her
मैंने
to the
गौर ही नहीं करा।
operating table. But as soon as I cut her open, I stopped thinking of her as Halcyon Helen. It's almost as if she stopped being an icon and became a human being.
I guess that's pretty.
I had a feeling you'd understand.
तो भाई दो जगह आ रहे हैं, स्पेंसर वुलरिच, या तो कुछ नहीं है। देखिए भाई जनरल में
The Grand Colonial Front Desk warmly welcomes you. How may I be of assistance to you,
चाबी दे
Inspector?
चाबी।
I'd love to, Inspector, but I don't really have the authority. Moreover, the guests were promised exclusivity. If I let you up there, I'll never hear the end of it.
Trying to make my life difficult is a dangerous. The only guest you'd have a problem with me being up there would be murderer. क्या करा जाए भाई, सस्ते में काम टाल दूं?
Oh, how careless of me. Actually, that's not the only way I was careless. I just remembered you have VIP access rights.
बिल्कुल।
As a special guest of Slug. Let me just set you up with VIP guest floor access. Done. You can now come and go as you please.
बिल्कुल। वो तो सस्ते में बात टाल रही थी, इसलिए 700-800 में टाल दी बात।
What floor would you like to?
अरे अब तो वीआईपी पे जाएंगे हम।
If you see Black Hole Birdie, be sure to get an autograph for me. Just joking. I've already got one.
बर्टी से तो मिल लिए हम। स्लग गार्ड, रिजो रेंजर। ओ भाई साहब,
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
कुछ तो गड़बड़ है भाई। यहाँ बाद में आएंगे भाई। वेंडिंग मशीन। पहले इधर चलते हैं जिससे मिलने आए हम। ओके, Spencer Woolrich.
About time you arrived. I see you haven't dressed the way I asked you to,
ओ भाई
but I
साहब,
suppose that was
पर्पल
expected.
कज्जल.
Too much of a non-industry lout. Expect a complaint to management. Now, unless you'd like to waste more of my time, I suggest we begin rehearsing. Ready? You've fallen right into my trap, Captain. Oh, don't bother to fight back. You cannot hope to stop me from installing philosophism as the system's reigning ideology.
When you never take Helican Havlo, oh you fiend, how do you know I was captain? I'm getting embarrassed by proxy.
Oh, you wouldn't harm an old
हाँ भाई.
man at the end of his wits, would you? I'm confused,
अब
disoriented.
फट गई गांड.
I may have even soiled myself.
Hmm.
Wait, if you're armed, that must mean you're not with the hotel staff.
Hmm.
Now, this is curious indeed. Who are you? How did you get in here?
Just more order. No sudden movement. I'm going to take everything, not tie down. I'm here to investigate.
You're here to investigate me? Oh, I assure you, I'm nothing special. Just an old crook with more money than time.
Hmm.
That was a quote from The Retiree's Revenge, in which I played an ex-thief turned decrepit old man. But, of course, I'm certain you already recognized it. Now, what shall I sign first? Your weapon? Your wallet? Or perhaps something a little more personal? Undergarment signatures have been popular of late, or so I've heard.
साला टाइम वेस्ट कर रहा है ये हराम. Make a rude gesture. How about you sign this? I'm not here for.
Do you mean to say you're not a fan? Well, then how did you get in here? The only staffer cleared for guest room entry is... Oh. Oh! Hello.
Hmm. Do you dress up? Hmm.
Hi. Terribly sorry, Inspector. I didn't realize it was you. Understand that I am beyond... You know, now that I look at you, you're the perfect reflection of me. Back when I starred in the... Ask me anything at all.
I'd like to ask you about murders.
Certainly. But one, how was it that Bellamy met her end? Why, I'm merely worried for my own sake. Perhaps whoever came after her could come after me, eh? But if you don't want to
खुद
tell
की भी
me, I
फट रही इसकी तो.
understand.
वुलरिच
Whatever
बाबू की.
happened, I hope
बकवास
poor
भले ही
Bellamy
चोद
didn't
रहा हो.
suffer. I was meditating, of course. That's how I get into character.
अच्छा मेथड है भाई. मेथड एक्टर है बढ़िया वाला ये.
All actors have their methods, and this has been mine ever since I met that wonderful prophet of profitability. She taught me it for my role in The Unemployed Cometh. I had to lie face down on artificially heated pavement. The director wanted our suffering to be convincing. Needless to say, being able to leave my body helped to mitigate the pain, both during the 8-hour shoot and with the second-degree burns afterwards. I owe that woman much.
अच्छा.
Yeah, actually, only since I've been at the Colonial. The Unemployed Cometh was shot on site. That makes it a few weeks. I cannot recommend her services enough. If you haven't been to see her yet, you really should. Respectfully, Inspector, it is rather counterproductive to commune with others.
All right. Speaking theoretically, how would you have killed the victim?
Bellamy has been my co-star throughout the autumn of my career.
Did you consider yourself friend of hers? Why do you keep staring alongside her?
Oh, it wasn't. And don't think I haven't picked up on your tone.
हाँ जी.
Resenting Bellamy is one thing, but killing her is another completely. Oh, come now, Inspector. What do you take me for? I'm an old man. I neither have the time nor the willpower to kill people for fun. Besides, I have my reputation to think of. I suppose... Indeed. The agonizing bowel pain was most undignifying. While I've certainly had no shortage of inadequate hotel meals, this, I suspect, poison. And who would be most likely to poison me but Chef Anwar? Oh, we've
अच्छा.
clashed almost non-stop about his slop preparation.
Can you think anywhere other than the chef?
None that I can think of. I treat all hotel staff equally. And with... Is that a jibe? Could you imagine the tabloid headlines? Spencer Woolrich, Aetherwave star, spotted in gastronomic distress.
बताओ.
Oh,
Gastronomic
unseemly,
distressed.
hardly.
Astronomic से gastronomic तक पहुंच गई है.
How alarming! Whoever targeted her was certainly targeting me. I can only thank my ironclad constitution that I'm standing here before.
कितना लंबा खींचा है. Helen wasn't killed by poison.
Very well. Go.
कुछ नहीं है.
Very... I'm sure you're joking.
I've been. अब मुझे और कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं पूछने. बहुत टाइम खोटी कर रहा है हरामजादा. मैं सबसे अब हम चलते हैं उस रूम में.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Multiple discrepancies detected. First discrepancy.
वूली
A
काउ.
woolly
अरे
cow is present in this hotel room.
बर्टी
Woolly cows
तो
are
नहीं आया था
an
इस कमरे में.
species for the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve and are incapable of affording upper-class accommodations. Second discrepancy. This woolly cow is dangerously inebriated with Rizzo Spectrum vodka. Alcohol sanguinization ratio exceeds recommended maximum.
The recommendation max.
0.
So cow.
This unit has not been programmed to include. A brief survey of this area reveals that insufficient data. A brief survey of localized property damage. This unit was like.
हाँ भाई. बर्टी हो सकता है. ये वूली काउ कौन सा मुझे मेरी चोरी पकड़ेगी.
What?
बताओ. हेलन के मर्डर ने हमारी ढूई मार रखी बढ़िया करके. कहाँ जाना है भाई. शेफ अनवर से बात करने के लिए। हाँ भाई, खाना तो उसी ने बनाया है आखिरी में। ये रहा भाई।
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Timeline discrepancy. This is a bottle of unreleased Rizzo's product. Helen appears to have attempted to use it to spell something as she expired, but all she managed was a sticky bee.
Was she trying to spell?
This hypothesis is plausible, but requires additional information. Now calculating likelihood of Halcyon Helen using her final moments to endorse Rizzo's Spectrum Brown. Low to moderate likelihood. Correct. Bertie Blackhole Holcomb is a registered guest at the Grand Colonial Hotel. Accessing guest database. B. The Grand Colonial Hotel is proud to serve the following VIPs. Bertie, Black Hole. Burbage 3001. This evidence has been recorded for later reference. Now generating pre-approved compliment. Splendid work, Inspector.
तो भैया बी से हमें यही पता लगाया अभी। पहले इससे बात कर।
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Analysis of this stovetop reveals an alarming degree of grease buildup, approximating proximity to volatile gases and chemicals. Searching slug work logs. Slug as like most corporations have regular cleaning procedures. Slug already on.
Captain, no!
Performing scan. Gaslight appears to have gone out some time ago.
इससे बात करो भाई अब।
Yes? Are you here for the double rack of smoked sprat? Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but you'll have to wait. Oh, don't give me that look. Let me see if I can pencil you in for later.
What are you talking about, food? Don't you care about the crime that just occurred?
Crime or no crime, I must keep my head on my work. One does not simply become the head chef in all of Eridanos by fretting over... You're the inspector?
Yeah.
Why... I mean, you may ask me whatever you want. Of course I did. I would never allow anyone else to... Oh my law, this is the end, isn't it? My mother always warned me that the culinary world was too dangerous, but I didn't heed her warnings. Okay, I wasn't the one who did it, but I might have been mistaken when I said I was constantly watching Helen's food. Spencer Woolrich and Bellhop Owens were underfoot in the kitchen as I was preparing Helen's meal.
Bellhop,
Either one of
B
them
से
could have
bellhop भी हो
tampered
सकता
with
है
the
भाई।
food when I was fetching ingredients.
I'll buy a little. Any idea?
Yes, but not specifically. Owens often procures exotic ingredients from the creatures. Let's not talk about... It's always hard to say when Owens might be back. If I were you, I'd make a trek to the reserve myself. Mr. Woolrich often finds the hotel's meals wanting. He seems to enjoy complaining in person. While I could appreciate someone with a discerning palate for once, I believe that Mr. Woolrich simply enjoys the... If you wish to speak with him, Mr. Woolrich can most likely be found in his...
Why should I believe anything that you're...
I understand your reluctance, but... Oh, I just remembered. The kitchen security... Constable Keene has access to the security footage in her office at the spaceport. If you've...
Okay.
Well, it's a breach of professionalism, of course.
I know what you did.
It was just some light smuggling. Light. Is that really so wrong? All right, maybe it is. I may have taken some time. Thank you for your under.
चलो भाई, अब हमें क्या करना है, किसके पास जाना है? हमारे पास दो हैं, स्पीक विद बेल ऑफ वुमेन्स, रिट्राइव किचन सिक्योरिटी फ्यूचर। तो बेल ऑफ बाहर ही निकलते हैं भाई मेरे, बाहर ही जाके देखेंगे, बाहर ही पता लगेगा। कैमरा फुटेज कहाँ से मिलेगी? कैमरा फुटेज कहाँ से मिलेगी भाई लोगों? Miller was known for taking meals to the VIP guest. ऐसा करते हैं भाई मेरे, ये दो जगह है, तो पहले ना यहाँ पर मैंने ना सेव कर लिया भाई लोगों, आ गया ना सेव कंप्लीट। वो शो नहीं हुआ होगा आपको, वो कट जाता है। तो अब हम सीधा जाएंगे, पहले हम जाएंगे यहाँ, किसी से ना लड़ो भाई। ना ना भाई, मैं नहीं एंगेज हो रहा अभी किसी के साथ। कॉन्स्टेबुलरी बेलहॉप्स ओवेंस, बताओ यहाँ तक वही नहीं कर पाया मैं, फास्ट ट्रैवल। मैं घोर बोर हो गया यार यहाँ घूम घूम के, पता नहीं क्यों। आधा आधा किलोमीटर तो फेंक देते हैं ये लोग हमें।
Greetings. Non-criminally associated bureaucratic processes are currently suspended. Please speak clearly.
Your designation is duty wine tester. What are you doing in?
Error. Unit designation no longer one. How may this? All requests for security footage require a nominal compulsory bribe.
अच्छा जी भाई साहब, रोबोटों के ब्राइब मांग रहा।
Acceptable?
Engineering. Hold stills. I need to examine your bit processing unit real quick.
Error. Bit processing unit has been removed, temporarily surpassing bit fee request. Delivering footage. Thank you for your patronage. If you would like a wine. Checking log limitation.
चलो भाई,
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
अरे यहाँ पर तो मर्डर हो रखा भाई।
An aberration in the expected timeline for this organic being has occurred. Behold, the body of Maria Keene, formerly the constable of the Eridanos atmospheric complex. No signs of life detected. Maria Keene is survived by
Handguns. There are small wounds. She's likely she was shot in the head.
excellent observation, Inspector. Multiple wounds located in the frontal bone. Furthermore, the location and
I've noticed these casings on the ground ammunitions. Hold on, this sounds like the same weapon that killed.
Yes, Inspector. These entry wounds match the profile previously detected on the Rizzo's Rangers mascot. Constable Maria Keene was likely killed by someone wielding the Needler.
हाँ जी.
These casings are too minuscule for conventional small caliber. High concentration of potassium chloride detected. Trace amounts of neurotoxin detected. These substances show the highest concentration near the entry, and cardiac arrest, rather than physical trauma, is the most.
Amplifier.
Your memo has been noted. Banter proto.
तो भाई यहाँ तो एक और मर्डर हो रखा है. ठीक है भाई. यहाँ तो कुछ नहीं है भाई मेरे. बताओ. इसका भी सेम बंदे ने मर्डर कर दिया. ये दुनिया बहुत कमीनी होती जा रही है. अरे मुझे तो कहाँ जाना है, जनरल में. स्पीक विद बेलोप ओवेंस. चलो भाई, फास्टेस्ट करें भाई. पहुंचना ज़रूरी है भाई मेरे. बेल हॉप्स ओवेंस तक बिल्कुल ही बाहर पहुंचा के मारा.
Hope you've been enjoying your stay.
चलो हमें फुटेज तो मिल गई, और फुटेज दिखाई नहीं इन्होंने हमें. अरे बहुत बहुत गोलियां मिली हुई है इस वेपन की तो हमें. चलो भाई फटाफट भाग के चलते हैं. साला बहुत तेजी से पैर टूट जाता. थोड़ा और होना चाहिए था ऊंचाई से गिरने का. अरे हाँ, तो हमने ये उड़ते उड़ते मारे थे.
Make him regret it. Nice one.
I'll show you happiness! I just wanted to make you smile! I just want to be your friend!
साली हमारे दोस्त नहीं हो तुम, बहन के लंडो. कौन है भाई? कौन चिंगाड़ रहा है ये? अच्छा ये वही है भाई जो गुद्दी में चिपक जाते हैं. मैं भी पास नहीं जाऊंगा मारने के लिए. पुट आउट देयर हैप्पीनेस. साले ये बम बम फोड़ देने चाहिए थे. साले इतनी भयानक सी आवाज निकाल रहे थे. और ये देखिए भाई साहब, सब चुरा लूंगा मैं. बताओ. बेलोप ओवेंस तो मर गया भाई मेरे, अगर इसने मारा भी था तो. स्पेंसर कहाँ है? स्पेंसर से जाके मिलना पड़ेगा भाई मेरे। ये तो कांड ही उल्टा हो
Hope
गया।
you've been enjoying your stay.
ये तो केस ही उल्टा हो गया भाई। जो
What floor?
वीआईपी में होगा।
I could not have waited another instant for your presence. The Canes and the... Ask me anything at all.
I've learned things or two about your acting.
Oh, have you now? Please do go on.
I have a security footage tampering with.
Tampering? No, no, no. I just happened to be passing through the...
So squeak.
What? Oh, that damn bellhop promised discretion.
हाँ जी।
Well, if you must know, it's an appetite suppressant. How do you think I keep my form so lithe? Terror glands keep me from feeling hunger pangs.
अच्छा।
I've never heard of that. You sure you're talking about terror rays? Their bits tend to give folks the run.
Oh, that's it. I'm firing my nutritionist this instant.
The Prairie Glands was an appetite suppressor. You wouldn't be hungry if you took it.
Oh, well, there's... Maybe I just wanted to see what was in it. Oh, law. What a pathetic... As it so happens, I may not have had the terror gland acquired. But before you indict me, please, just listen. I wasn't trying to kill her.
So you lied about me, but
Lie is such a strong word. But terror glands aren't supposed to be lethally poisonous. They're supposed...
पता नहीं कौन
She
पढ़ा
would
दिया
have
इसे
had
ये।
to eat 6 or 7 of the glands to die.
You really seems to be.
Come now, that's all. I only wanted her to be incapacitated during the Brown unveiling. With her out of commission, please think twice about telling the administrator of my misdeeds. If he learns that...
This can stay between us now. I'm telling him about the truth. What happened? What would you want me to say instead?
A bit cart. You're going to place my future well-being on whichever... You hold my...
भाई अब रिपोर्ट टू लुडविक। अब इस पे जाएंगे हम भाई, स्पीड सेड्रिक पे।
In your hands, Inspector. I...
ठीक है ना भाई, एक चीज तो पता लग गई है कि जो भी कुछ हुआ मल्टीपल।
Initiating Enter Protocol. Burbage 3001 is trained to recognize all. Burbage 3000 Enter Protocol. All Burbage 3001 units have a... Burbage 3001 was designed to disrupt Halcyon Helens. Burbage 3001. Anything Halcyon Helen.
It almost sounds like you have got a motive for
Now
murder.
running Shock and Dismay Protocol. What's this? Helen's death was a murder? How horrifying. Bring that killer to this unit has not... Burbage 3001's programming is frequently upgraded. This unit has not yet come...
यहाँ तो और कुछ नहीं है भाई, सेम जैसी टोपियाँ पड़ी हैं 6। चलो भाई, तो ये है भाई वो मशीन।
What floor would
हम जाएंगे बाहर की तरफ सेंट्रिक से बात करने। हो भैया, इतने लोगों से बात कर करके तंग हो गया मैं। वापस वही जाना है यार, सेंट्रिक से बात करने के लिए। लेकिन भाई इसी के साथ हमारा इस वीडियो में आ चुका है समाप्ति का समय। तो इस वीडियो को हम करेंगे यहीं पे समाप्त। मिलेंगे अगली वीडियो में आप सभी से और बढ़ेंगे वहाँ पर सेड्रिक की तरफ। ठीक है, जो लगभग 300 मीटर की दूरी पे खड़ा है हमसे। नया आए हो तो लाइक करें, कमेंट करें, सब्सक्राइब करें, शेयर करें। भाई इस एपिसोड में तो बातें कर करके ही दिमाग ख़राब हो गया। और अभी तक ये नहीं समझ आया, देखो इन्होंने क्या बोला है, 3-4 चीज़ों से अटैक हुआ है। प्लाज्मा से भी हुआ है, उस पर मारा भी गया उसे, और उसे पॉइजन भी करा गया। अगर इस हिसाब से देखो तो एक तरह से जितने भी हमें सबूत मिल रहे हैं ना, वो सबके थोड़े थोड़े करे हुए हैं। ठीक है, लेकिन पॉइजन से कह दिया गया कि मरा नहीं है। तो ना इसमें ना बस मुझे यही लग रहा है कि भाई कुछ ऐसा पता नहीं कि क्या होगा। और आखिरी में मुझे तो लगता नहीं किलर सामने आएगा या नहीं आएगा। चलो देखेंगे भाई मेरे। पर मुझे लगता है कि बस पहुंचने वाले हैं हम, ज़्यादा कुछ है नहीं। लेकिन मिलूंगा मैं अगले भाग में। इस भाग के लिए इसलिए इस भाग के लिए बस इतना ही। और ये चोमू यहाँ बैठा हुआ है। मिलूंगा मैं अगले भाग में। तब तक के लिए धन्यवाद एंड बाय।